Bravery in an emergency is a great quality to have, but calculated bravery will save more lives. Don't just run into the line of fire, jump over down power lines, or dive into a raging river to save someone without fully understanding the situation. You have some time available to you to stop and think about the right way to do things. You don't have a lot of time, but you do have some. Try to be decisive and act quickly when you come to a decision. But taking a moment to do so could make the difference. This is probably the hardest part about emergencies in my experience. Trauma medicine itself is so simple that it's easy to remember when you're calm, but in a tense situation it can be difficult. Understand this and accept it. You can minimize the panic by seeing yourself handling the situation calmly and confidently. Visualize yourself succeeding and you will be more likely to succeed when it counts most. Stop, take a deep breath, make a decision, act on that decision. If a person has a life-threatening injury, the cause of that injury could still pose a threat to both you and the casualty. In combat, the threats are enemy fighters, but in the civilian world, a car accident might pose a threat if there are down power lines or the car is on fire. You must evaluate if the scene is safe before you enter the location. If the scene is safe, try not to move the casualty unless you have to, especially if the casualty is suffering from suspected spinal injury. Moving the casualty without properly stabilizing their spine could cause irreparable damage or death. How they sustain the injury can provide a clue of the possible spinal injury. If the casualty fell off a ladder, was in a vehicle collision, or hit in the head with a bat, or anything like that, it's an indication they could have a spinal injury. Tell them not to move until paramedics can get to the scene and stabilize their spine. But if, for example, the car is smoking heavily, you might not have a choice. You can assume that if you don't drag the casualty from the car, they're going to die in the fire anyway. So risking a spinal injury is more acceptable given the circumstances. These concepts not only apply in terms of making sure you don't become another casualty, but they also apply towards preventing your casualty from being further injured themselves. Also, don't forget another form of protection for you, the provider at this point.